MSTR has an A+ setup currently in the market, and it looks like within the next 3 to 6 months, we could easily see a move up to $500 to maybe even highs of $520. And I wanted to share with you why I am bullish and how I am playing this specifically. First and foremost, I started to put this on my radar about 2 to 3 weeks ago, which was a little bit early, but I still feel very strong about this setup. The main reason that I started taking a trade on this a little bit early before we get into the technical setup is simply because there was a lot of call options coming into the options market for November, and so I decided to follow. If we go into our THT heat map and student portal, we go to the unusual flow section, we can search in the search bar for MSTR. Now at the time, which have expired, there were a couple that were expiring for the end of November, but the biggest one that caught my eye actually hit at September 8th at 2:20 in the afternoon. This whale entered for an expiration date of 6/18/2026, $320 strike, which right now is about $20 out of the money. And you can see that it was over $3.6 million worth of call options from one specific buyer and one specific order. Now, when we have an A+ technical setup in the market like we have right now, plus there are options buyers coming into the market, triggering an unusual alert, this for me is a huge reason to be buying. Now, if you want to learn how to actually set up these smart money zones on your own, we have a free course down in the description showing you exactly how to do that. And you can also learn from the options flow mastery course what makes an options flow unusual and how to gather that information. Now, for those of you who trade these smart money zones with me frequently, you already know why I am long on this and why I love this setup. Market structure is still bullish. Price is still breaking out, pulling back, breaking out, pulling back, and this is the type of market structure that is very healthy. We don't see support levels breaking. We don't see anything crazy happening. This is a really good sign. So as price is pulling back into our smart money zone, this means that we are trading at a significant discount. And if, right, so this doesn't happen all the time. Our win rate, even though we're up over $6 million in the past 4 years, it's only about 58%. But when we end up pulling back into these levels, there's about a 60% chance that price is going to bounce. When it does bounce, price will normally at least push up to this previous high, if not into higher highs, which means if we're setting up a position from here, we have an upside minimum of 60% to about 75%. And if we set a stop loss at a clear break of this previous swing low, that means that we have about a 3.5 risk versus reward. And if you're winning 55 to 60% of the time and you're getting paid 3 to 1, you are going to print money long term. You might lose a couple of trades in the interim, but long term, if you can use proper risk management, you are going to print. Now, something else that I want you to understand is that we also have this resistance level setting up right here at $420, which is why even though I would love for price to push up into the 500s, worst case, I think the move back to this level is on the table, which is still a 60% move to the upside. Something that's going to be very important when it comes to the end of this week is actually going to be the BX trender, which is the indicator at the bottom of your screen. When the BX trender makes a higher low inside of a smart money zone, that is a very strong indication that buyers are stepping in. If you want to get access to all of the indicators that we use in these videos, as well as learn how to implement them within the strategy, go ahead and check out the link to our trading library down below. You'll get access to the BX trender, the smart money mastery and smart money zones, and the volume profile. Each course shows you how to actually set up the indicators, the proprietary settings. Over 20,000 students have implemented this into their trading system and are seeing consistent profits from as low as $10,000 all the way up to over $3 million. The link will be in the description. And when buyers are stepping in inside of a discounted range, and on top of that, we know that they're entering in the options market, this is a strong recipe for a potential. So this is looking very, very good. And like I said, I think at least within the next 3 to 4 months, we should see a move back up to $460. Now, the last time we saw this type of compression was all the way back here in June of 2024. And we actually called out and played this significant breakout that we had from September to December. You can see much like of what is happening right now, structure held the entire time. We had a very strong resistance liquidity that was placed here. And then finally, price swept that level and broke out. Now, we did have multiple times that price rejected off of this liquidity level, and that's why once we actually move our way back up to $450, what I will probably do is take at least half of my position off the table and assess if I think the breakout up to maybe 600 into 2026 would end up happening. But for now, my first and main target is up at 450. Then we'll look at 5 and maybe 550. I hope this video helped. Comment down below what you think, if you're going to be trading this, or if you think that I'm dumb for taking this. I really like your guys' opinions and your feedback on my thesis. As always, thanks for the support. I'll see you guys next time.